it's like you wake up on a island. It's not like one of those like one tree islands like you see in the cartoons, but this is a nice little island. It's got some fresh water. It's got enough resources. It's your Gilligan's Island, right? Like you can survive there. And something inside you tells you that there's treasure on this island. So you start searching for this treasure, and it becomes this obsessive desire to find the treasure. And you look and you look and you look and um, and it kind of overwhelms your life because you've got this sense that you're here on this island for a purpose. And the purpose is to find this treasure, because once you get the treasure, man, you'll really be able to enjoy this island. And so you know, and then you develop all these skills and techniques to sort of put your obsession into check, right? So I'm becoming a little bit too obsessed with why I'm on this island, and it's just a distorted way of finding treasure, right? Like there's certain types of treasure that seem more tangible, and then there's the treasure of knowledge that's, you know, less obvious, but even more important once you've given up on the tangible treasure, right? The shiny treasure, the wisdom is the real treasure. So you're searching this island, and it becomes this obsession, and you don't find this treasure. And then sometime around midlife, you maybe realize, it can happen anytime, but you realize, man, there never was a treasure. I was just put on this island to enjoy the island. And then it's this hand to face, oh no, what have I done? And you have two options in that moment in time. You can get really, really depressed because the thing that you've been chasing, you'll never accomplish, you'll never find. You wanted enjoyment. You're never going to get enjoyment because you were the one that created this idea. And that's really, really depressing on one hand. On the other hand, right, if you're not going to get the feeling that you want, right? I just want to feel good, right? That's driving us ahead. I want to feel enough. If I feel good, I want to maintain it. I want more. It's always the same. It just comes down to feeling. If I'm not going to find that treasure, that feeling, awesome, good, enjoyment, treasure, if I'm not going to find it, and I sort of concede to that, I surrender to that concept, I can be depressed, or I can help other people feel good, right? I'm not on this island together, or not on this island alone, rather. I'm together with other people. So why don't I just go help them dig their holes? Why don't I mean, I can tell them, hey, I looked there. You don't need to look there. But that never works because they're convinced that you didn't look hard enough. So they're going to dig their own holes, and that's fine. So, I mean, why not just help them dig a hole? Like, I can go and sit on the beach, which is really what it's about, right? I mean, we're on this island, and there really is nothing to do because this is the gift. I mean, the treasure isn't buried in the ground. The treasure is the fact that you're on this island, and you have the sand and the warm water and the breeze, and it's beautiful. But, you know, yeah, I mean, we're not just going to sit on the beach, right? I mean, we could, and some people do. I mean, it's like, this is wonderful. You're here, amazing. Every day above ground, baby. Come on, this is an adventure. But for some other people, I mean, no, there needs to be a treasure of some sort. So then, well, there is no treasure, right? So what do we do with our time? We can just sit on the beach? Yeah, sure. Or why don't we help other people dig their holes, right? Now, if we were to ask ourselves why we're doing that, we're helping them dig their holes so that they can realize that there's no treasure, so they can be just as depressed as us when they realize there's no treasure. Or they can start then helping other people dig their holes. And then you become this island of people just serving other people to realize that, or come to the realization, I guess, that there was never anything to desire, right? The gift was being on the island. but you don't just sit on the beach, or you do. I mean, it's totally up to you. You can actively help other people through. You can actively just sit and enjoy it, because the logic is going to fall apart at some point here, because you're looking for the treasure at the end of the story, and there is no treasure to this story. I mean, it's just the experience.